Right now at 6, accusations of racism and hate inside the walls of Cromwell High School. And now district leaders responded after hearing from parents, students, and community leaders.
The man accused of attacking a state representative outside of a prayer service last year is due in court this morning, and so is the person who restrained that man.
A big announcement from Bristol's police chief when it comes to the future of the department and his career.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us here and starting off your day with Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're starting with the forecast because if you like warm temperatures, oh my goodness. Today
Here they
tomorrow.
are. Yeah,
Yes,
we're excited.
Matt Scott, good morning to you.
Good morning to you both. A definitive taste of spring. There is no doubt about it in the forecast for today. It's definitely spring. We're just really driving that point home, aren't we? Last week of winter, warm for the most part. Weekend showers again, although I have a slightly improved weekend forecast, especially for Saturday. We'll talk about that coming up. Satellite radar picture, just a few clouds, but it is mild here, mild everywhere, and those winds have finally calmed down considerably. 33 in Hartford, 36 in New Haven. Look at Bridgeport at 40. Look at Chester at 43 degrees. Not bad at all. 35 on average for the bus stop for the high schoolers now. Look at that number later on. 59 degrees as the high schoolers get off the bus later on today. We're going to talk about, we have the last 7 days and a change into spring in the 7-day forecast. Is it all springy? Is it all winter rearing its head again? We'll talk about it all coming up. Rearing her head right now, Rachel Piscatelli. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Matt. 6:02 right now. I was going to say something. I just decided not to. All right, good morning. We do still have this closure over on Route 17 over in Portland this morning due to that flooding over in the Connecticut River. So for folks in that area, just be mindful of that. Over on our interstates this morning, 95, New Haven, all looking good. 91, Waterbury 84 looks smooth too. So your drive times at Fairfield, wanted to show you those because we don't have any delays to report either. So if you're heading out the door now, you shouldn't encounter any issues. Of course, we'll have another update for you coming up at 6:30. Back to you.
This morning, leaders say they're trying to make some changes after Cromwell High School students reported racism and bullying, saying it's a huge problem amongst their peers. And we were the first to report on those allegations last week.
Yeah, the topic came up at last night's Board of Ed meeting, and the comments starting with an apology from the school. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live at Cromwell High right now with what community advocates are demanding. Brooke.
Well, that Board of Education meeting last night focused almost entirely on this topic of serious harassment and discrimination between students. Now, the school leaders saying they have the beginnings of a plan in place to stop all of that and really move forward from this. This all stems from a popular Reddit post that got attention from school leaders. Hundreds of comments from current and former students sharing their experiences with bullying and racism in the school. Many comments claiming the staff knows about the problem but doesn't intervene. School leaders addressed the concerns with the superintendent reading an apology at the start of the meeting.
I am extremely saddened and sorry that students are feeling horribly and are experiencing incidents of racism and bullying in our schools.
And the Cromwell mayor also issued an apology and offered support resources to anyone feeling bullied or discriminated against. He called the comments a hate crime, although he tells us no hate crime charges have been filed thus far. Leaders from the NAACP are also getting involved. They're calling for a full investigation into the harassment, saying they want those responsible to be held accountable for their words and actions. The board also finished the meeting by saying that they are taking the first steps to trying to fix this situation. They say they will be hiring a diversity, inclusion, and equity consultant to come into the school sometime over the next few weeks to spend time with teachers, staff, students, everybody involved to make sure that everyone knows how to tackle this kind of situation and knows that it's not acceptable. Live in Cromwell, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Hi, Brooke. Thank you.
The The man accused of assaulting State Representative Marion Kahn is due in court today. Police say Andre Desmond attacked Kahn outside of the XL Center in Hartford after a prayer service last June. Desmond faces 6 felonies, including sexual assault and also strangulation. Well, the man who sprang into action to help Kahn during the assault is also due in court. Jason Spencer was arrested for allegedly assaulting Andre Desmond. Kahn credits Spencer for saving her life. She plans to be at his hearing at Hartford Superior Court and is expected to speak with reporters after.
Well, this morning, the state is expected to call a rebuttal witness in the trial of State Trooper Brian North. The judge also told prosecutors and the defense to be ready to give their closing arguments today. Yesterday, the defense rested its case after calling its last 2 witnesses. Jurors heard from 2 former police officers who were hired by the state 2 years ago to analyze the actions of Trooper North on the night he shot and killed Mubarak Suleiman. And one of them, Paul Taylor, said North's recollections of what happened in those chaotic moments seemed to be genuine and consistent with what would be expected.
The things that Trooper North described as occurring when he made the decision to pull the trigger are in fact supported by the perception response times that we see in laboratory studies.
James Borden also took the stand for the defense, and he also focused on North's perceptions of what happened. He said there was reason for North to believe that Suleiman represented a legitimate threat to North and to other officers.
Was there evidence to substantiate that belief? The officer stated that they felt there was a threat because of X, Y, and Z. All right, does X, Y, and Z exist in the form of evidence? And in this case, it was.
North pleaded not guilty to a manslaughter charge in Suleiman's death. Again, closing arguments will likely happen today. Fox 61 will bring you the latest on the Trooper North trial on air, online, and on Fox 61 Plus.
After 3 trials and serving 10 years in jail, Donald Rayner is acquitted of murder charges. Rayner was found not guilty in the death of Delano Gray in 2007. Officers arrested Rayner in 2013. Police accused Rayner of leading a violent drug trafficking gang and said that Gray was a rival gang member. Rayner's first trial ended in a hung jury. His second trial ended with a conviction that the state Supreme Court threw out.
For the 3rd time in the past month, a Norwalk police officer has been arrested. This time, Officer David Vitari is facing several charges after being accused of road rage. State police said it happened right around noon Saturday on Route 15 in Trumbull. They said a woman complained that a man in a GMC Yukon threw something that hit her car and then followed her and then tried to run her off the road. State police said they traced that Yukon to Vitari, who at least admitted to being involved. He's facing 4 charges, including reckless driving and reckless endangerment. Now, as for the other 2 officers arrested, last month, Officer Hector Delgado was arrested and accused of stalking and harassment. Also, Sergeant Shannon Sherry is facing charges after a deadly crash that actually happened last April. Well, 3 teenage boys have been arrested. They're accused of starting a fire at the former Ansonia Copper and Brass building last month. Those boys are 13 and 14 years old, and they're all facing arson charges. They're due in juvenile court later this month.
A motorcycle rider is in the hospital with serious injuries this morning after a crash in Milford. Police say it happened in front of the Big Y on Boston Post Road last night at about 9:30. Details on this are limited. We don't know the condition of the motorcycle rider, and we're also not sure about anyone involved in the crash, but we will keep you updated as we learn more. And we are learning that the Bristol police chief plans to retire. Brian Gould made the announcement yesterday at the city council meeting. He spent more than 30 years serving the community, taking on the role of chief back in 2016. He led the department through some difficult times, including the deadly shootings of 2 officers who died in the line of duty in 2022. And he reflected on his tenure. He's looking ahead to the future of the department.
It's time for the department to move forward. Everybody's in a really good place, the best place possible, and I love what I do. I love who I serve with and what I serve, and that's the time for me to go. I wouldn't want to go any other way.
Chief Gould still has about a month left before retiring. His contract expires in April. The Board of Police Commissioners will meet to nominate a replacement before a final vote of approval by City Council.
Lawmakers will discuss the future of electric vehicles today in our state. They're considering a bill that would strengthen the state's electric vehicle infrastructure, including money to build more charging stations and incentives to promote EVs. It would also set the rate at which customers would be charged for using an electric vehicle Level 2 charger. There's also a measure being considered that would lower the legal blood alcohol limit for what's considered impaired driving or boating. Under that proposal, it would drop the limit from 0.8% to 0.5%.